Hey everybody, it's Kalymnios here, author of the book The Thought Gym and founder of thethoughtgym.com, and today I want to give you 3 little tips to help get up early in the morning and get up a little bit easier. They're 3 tips that I've implemented personally in my life, and I've found them to be invaluable in helping me get up earlier in the morning. Perhaps you're like me and you're not really a morning person, but you know that actually if you got up a little bit earlier, those 1001 jobs that you've got to do during the day will start that little bit earlier, and you may just be able to cope with your day in a better fashion. I was always struggling with getting up in the mornings. I was definitely not a morning person. In fact, I loved my sleep. In fact, I still do love my sleep. However, I found that by implementing these 3 techniques, they've been very, very beneficial for helping me get out of bed earlier in the morning and with a lot more ease. So straight on to the first tip. The first tip that I'd like to give you is that of choosing wisely the sound that you wake up to in the mornings. A lot of people have their alarm clocks set to either be a buzzer, or perhaps they're set to turn on the radio. And my suggestion to you is really just to use the opportunity really to put whatever kind of music you want on in the morning, so that it wakes you up in the manner that you want to be woken up. If you want to wake up feeling motivated and energized, then put a kind of music on which is going to really motivate you to wake up like that. Or perhaps you're someone that wants to wake up gently and with feeling more relaxed, and maybe put some classical music on or some other kind of musical tune that would actually wake you up in that manner. It's really important how you wake up because it really sets the scene for the rest of the day. So I do encourage you to pick something that you really would like to wake up with. Experiment. You may want to change it for certain types of the day, certain types of the year, whatever it might be. Okay? And my second tip to you is that of removing your alarm clock, or as Zig Ziglar likes to call them, opportunity clocks, because they provide you with an opportunity of a new day and a new start, and you're not 6 foot under in a coffin, I imagine. So this opportunity clock, imagine moving that outside of your room, where it forces you to get up in order to turn it off. And whatever you do, make sure if there is a snooze clock on there, that you disable the ability to snooze, or you put it into your head that you're never going to touch that button. Or if you have an opportunity clock without a snooze button, all the better. And the third tip I'd like to give you is that of using visualization in order to help you get to sleep and be prepared for waking up in the morning. What do I mean by visualization exactly? Often the last thought that we have before we go to bed is that we've got to get up early the next day, or we've got to get up in a certain amount of hours. And if you really think about it, you might even be able to catch yourself visualizing yourself, hitting that snooze button, struggling to get out into the cold room and run into the shower, whatever it might be. If I ask you to imagine what getting up for you tomorrow morning will look like, some kind of picture will form in your head. My suggestion is to use that power of visualization, which you're already doing, albeit unconsciously, to make it more of a conscious effort. And by that I mean, at the end of the day, sit maybe on the end of the bed, close your eyes, spend 2 or 3 minutes imagining how you would wake up in a perfect world. Would you be full of energy? Would you be bouncing out of bed? However you imagine yourself wanting to get up, what would be your perfect way? And spend 2 or 3 minutes doing that. Really feel it, and also just do it so that you see your opportunity clock maybe 1 minute before the alarm is due to set. And I guarantee that after a few times of practicing this, you'll start to find yourself waking up at the time that you vividly imagined, which is say 1 or 2 minutes before your actual alarm does go off. And you'll wake up in the manner that you imagine, which will be a lot better than the one that you unconsciously imagine each day. Okay everyone, they're my 3 tips. I hope they've served you in some way. I would love to hear from you, so please do comment on YouTube or Facebook. Like, share, subscribe as usual, because I love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear what other kinds of information you would want from me. That's all for this week. Until then, have a fantastic week. Do take these tips forward, and I hope you get up a lot easier and get more of those 1001 jobs done. Okay, take care, bye bye.